my reading level.
Hi, Mira.
I know I'm trying to see them all. All right, there's our 5-minute intro.
We got Max.
Max is here.
Yeah, pre-K family is actually here. Woo.
Oh, we definitely have to say hello to the pre-K
Say
family.
hello to Max. Oh, Mr. Setu.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Jude, we got Jude the dude.
Jude is the dude. That's our time.
What do you guys
Dude.
Hi, Max. Max and family.
I see Linus. Hi, Linus.
Hi, Mrs. Kenyon.
Oh, hi. Max, brothers, mom and dad. Nice.
Okay. This is our 5 minutes, guys.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, let me pull up my screen. Welcome, 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 welcome everybody to our 4th annual Piece of Africa event. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I know we have a small window, so I'm gonna real quick explain how we're gonna get started tonight. You'll see our agenda up. We're only on for 30 minutes technically, so we can do our presentation. And then families, you will have a link put in the chat where you can check out your child's classroom project. And you can check out other classrooms as well. Mr. Dean did an amazing job with putting that together for us. So thank you, shouts out to Mr. Dean. And we're going to get started. Zenobia, I'm gonna start first because once again, Patricia. In year 1, we gave you a long eye sneak preview of the Piece of Africa. Pieces found in our traditions, language, cultures, and all of which are passed down through a time to a people of past and present. In this first year, we introduced our students and families to more than just mere imaginary of people who inhabited an entire continent of Africa. We gave our students the first link to the following chain of events through discovery of the many behind and many traditions, cultural values, with the main focus on the family, farming and agriculture, and variations of rich history still held and taught today in our communities.
In year 2, we expanded. We journeyed through the different villages and communities across the seas in Africa that laid the foundations for the uncovered remnants and artifacts spanning the Pan-African diaspora, an uncovering of lineages existing and highlighting the way long before the transatlantic trade. A simulation of one of the many lodges found worldwide was hand-built by one of our very own parents. From there, we explored a myriad of food, music, fabric, and textiles, artifacts, and many versions of many cultures and their way of life. Through this learning, our children added another link to the chain, fusing together the present, giving you just a taste of Africa.
And in year 3, we connected through all of art forms, exploring music, dance, and the soul of a people. We explored the explosion of an era of the Harlem Renaissance, a romantic, rich, indulgent time for people of color. We studied about scholars, inventors, doctors, scientists, and even followed the timeline and events of the Black stock market and thriving Black communities. We taught our children traditional Nigerian, Ghana, and Yoruba dances, drumming, and artworks, linking modern stepping jazz and poetry.
In year 4, our students took the lead and heralded the path for themselves. The main focus was now to bridge and stand in the gap. They decided to focus on the social injustices carried down through the centuries of the Pan-African diaspora. The students taught us about who and what inspired them from the gamut of African culture found worldwide, using different platforms and mediums based on the descending traditional art form of griot, oral storytelling, and writing about the existence of a world behind the words.
Thank you for joining us. And as always, welcome to our 4th year exhibit. Families, we took you on a journey. We started 4 years ago. And we merged every year into one, getting up to this point. Thank you again for joining us. Something's missing. We start our celebration off with a tribute to 6th graders, from 6th graders, put together with our music teacher, Miss P.
Good evening. I'm Ms. Polashansky, our school's music teacher for both general music classes and instrumental and choral music. This year's Piece of Africa contribution will be 4 very talented 6th graders who are performing on their instruments a piece to pay homage to the notable Kamala Harris. This has been a noteworthy and historic year for so many reasons, one of which being that we now have our first woman vice president. And not only is she a woman, she is our first African-American and South Asian person to hold this office, let alone be a woman. You will hear some of her remarks from her speech, and as well as hear our boys, Warren Gilday, Colden Bazell, Matt Holland, and Ben Pryor play Jamaica Sunrise, a traditional tune highlighting the beauty of Jamaica and a Caribbean sunrise. Please enjoy.
And to the woman most responsible for my presence here today, my mother, Shamala Gopalan Harris, who is always in our hearts. When she came here from India at the age of 19, she maybe didn't quite imagine this moment, but she believed so deeply in an America where a moment like this is possible. And so I am thinking about her and about the generations of women, Black women, Asian, white, Latina, Native American women, who throughout our nation's history have paved the way for this moment tonight. Women who fought and sacrificed so much for equality and liberty and justice for all, including the Black women who are too often overlooked, but so often prove they are the backbone of our democracy. Tonight I reflect on their struggle, their determination, and the strength of their vision to see what can be unburdened by what has been. And I stand on their shoulders. But while I may be the first woman in this office, I will not be the last. Because every little girl watching tonight sees that this is a country of possibilities. And to the children of our country, regardless of your gender, our country has sent you a clear message. Dream with ambition, lead with conviction, and see yourselves in a way that others may not, simply because they've never seen it before. But know that we will applaud you every step of the way.
Oh, that was amazing. Oh, I had to give him a round of applause, guys. That was great. So now, I believe we're going to go into a little bit of trivia. We like that for piece of a heritage piece dinner. It was pretty fun. Miss Kenyon, you can take it away.
First, this is a video, I believe, that we want you to enjoy a little bit about just the ABCs, and you're going to maybe recognize a lot of people through history, American history, African American history.
The ABCs of Black History Month. A is for Africa, the birthplace of humanity and civilization, and the second largest continent in the world. B is for Barack Obama, the first African American president of the United States. C is for the Civil Rights Act, the 1964 law which ended segregation in public places and employment discrimination on the basis of identity. D is for Dred Scott, an enslaved Black man who unsuccessfully appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court for his freedom in 1857. E is for emancipation. President Abe Lincoln freed millions of enslaved people when he issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863. F is for freedom riders, civil rights activists who took bus trips called freedom rides through the South in 1961 to protest segregated bus terminals. G is for the Greensboro Four, the North Carolina A&T freshmen who sat at a whites-only lunch counter to protest segregation. Their actions sparked nationwide sit-ins. H is for the Harlem Renaissance, the intellectual, social, and artistic explosion that occurred in Harlem, other northern cities, and Paris that spanned the 1920s. I is for Ida B. Wells, a journalist and educator who fought against racism, lynching, and sexism. She was also one of the founders of the NAACP. J is for Jackie Robinson, the first African American to play Major League Baseball in the modern era. He joined the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. K is for Katherine Johnson, a mathematician at NASA whose calculations were critical to the success of the first U.S. manned spaceflight. L is for the Little Rock Nine, the 9 students who integrated Little Rock Central High School in 1957. The U.S. Army protected the students from violence. M is for Martin Luther King Jr., the most prominent figure of the civil rights movement who led peaceful protests against racial and social inequality in America. N is for the NAACP, the civil rights organization founded in 1909 to ensure the political, educational, social, and economic equality of all people. O is for Oprah Winfrey, a media executive, philanthropist, actress, talk show host, TV producer, and North America's first Black multi-billionaire. P is for Phyllis Wheatley, an enslaved West African who was sold to a family in Boston. She would become the first published Black female poet. Q is for Lloyd Quarterman, one of the few Black scientists to work on the Manhattan Project, a top-secret effort to build the atomic bomb during World War II. R is for Rosa Parks, an activist who refused to give up her seat to a white rider on a segregated bus. This helped spark the Montgomery bus boycott. S is for Shirley Chisholm, the first Black woman elected to Congress and the first woman to run for the Democratic Party's presidential nomination. T is for Thurgood Marshall, a lawyer who won several important cases before the Supreme Court before becoming the first Black Supreme Court justice. U is for the Underground Railroad, a network of secret routes and safe houses used by enslaved people to escape to free states and Canada with the aid of allies. V is for the Voting Rights Act, the landmark piece of federal legislation enacted in 1965 to protect voting rights for racial minorities, especially in the South. W is for Wilma Rudolph, the athlete who overcame polio, racism, and sexism to become the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in a single Olympics. X is for Xavier University. Xavier University of Louisiana is a liberal arts college that is the only historically Black Roman Catholic college institution in the U.S. Y is for York, an enslaved man who participated in the Lewis and Clark expedition across the western U.S. as an explorer and hunter. Z is for Zora Neale Hurston, an author, anthropologist, and a central figure of the Harlem Renaissance, whose work highlighted racial struggles in the South. Black history is American history.
Well, that was interesting fun facts, guys. And now we're really going to get into our trivia. That was really interesting to know. I like that.
Okay, question number 1. Who was a mathematician and physicist who helped send John Glenn around the Earth? She performed her duties with the NASA Space Agency. Go ahead and vote. And the second one, who became the first U.S. track and field athlete to win 4 gold medals in a single Olympiad? And you can see people are voting. And Katherine Johnson is the first one. And the second one is Jesse Owens. People really know their trivia here. I'm seeing those answers. All right, question 3. Who was the founder of the Negro History Week, which eventually became Black History Month? A lot of people guessed Martin Luther King Jr. The answer is B. Carter G. Woodson. Oh, looks like some people knew that one too. Still voting. There we go. Question 4. Who is one of the most important writers of the Harlem Renaissance of the 1920s, which celebrated Black life and culture?
Now, I know our friends know the answer to this one. I know they know the answer to this one, Miss Kenyon.
It looks like they do, Miss Patricia.
I know they
They
do.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
they love the Harlem Renaissance era
Yeah.
last year. They loved it.
Langston Hughes is the correct answer, and it
Yay!
94%. Excellent. All
Good
right.
job, guys.
Excellent. Who was the first African American woman to win 5 Grammy Awards in 1 year?
Miss Patricia, it was me. It was
Patricia,
me.
you deserve a Grammy.
I can't sing for nothing, Miss Kenyon. That's hard.
That is not true. I've heard you. That. The answer is Lauryn Hill.
Yes. I see some of my friends getting excited about these questions too, Miss Kenyon.
All right, this one, 50-50 chance. True or false? Black History Month is only celebrated in the United States. True or false?
Ooh. I see some thinkers.
Ooh.
I see some thinkers.
The correct answer is false. It is actually celebrated in more than just the United States, which is good to hear. Happy about that one. Next, Jackie Robinson was the first African American to do what? Jackie Robinson do.
Let's see. I think Max might know the answer to that.
And look, a lot of people said B, play Major League Baseball, which is correct.
Yay! Yay!
All right, next. What service did the first African American female millionaire, Madam C.J. Walker, provide?
Oh, a nice shirt for Miss Patricia.
Look at this one, 100%. Oh, now we got a couple people. The answer is beauty products.
Yes.
All right, here's one of my favorite authors. Who is the author who wrote I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings?
Miss Yarley did.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And the answer is Maya Angelou.
Uh-oh, I see some families high-fiving. Took some good interest in this. Yay, we did good. You guys
All
are
right.
great.
Last trivia question. Who was the first African American Chief Justice of the Supreme Court? And the answer is Thurgood Marshall.
Nice. Nice job, guys. You guys were excited, got me excited. So what you're seeing here are some of the inspiration that our students chose for their presentations. And Mr. Dean or Ms. Kamoff is gonna help me help you navigate how we're going to see our slides for tonight.
Okay, Mr. Dean, do you want to show them how they can click on each door? So Families, you're going to be able to click on any grade level that you want from pre-K all the way to 6th grade, and you'll be able to see the amazing presentations that each class did. And we kind of highlighted a few of the things that kids did and who each grade level picked of someone that inspired them. So, Mr. Dean, do you want to show them how they can access that?
So each one of these classroom doors has a label: pre-K, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So if you just click on the door, that will take you directly to the presentation for that grade level. And then there's a little Francis Parker button in the bottom corner, and then that will take you back to the main page where you can click on the other grade levels. So you just click on the door, it'll take you right to that grade level, and then you'll be able to see the content that students created.
And there is going to be a link, something to chat, correct?
Correct.
Right on. Not only will you get the link in the chat, but the teachers also, each classroom teacher also has their presentation, and the hopes is to post this on Facebook. So other families that weren't able to make it tonight will have the same opportunity to view their children's work and the other students in the building.
I don't see a chat, so I think it might be disabled for this meeting.
But it's okay, because I think teachers will share the link on their Seesaw or Google Classroom, so everybody will be able to.
Oh no, we
access the
can't do
link.
it tonight.
All right, and I'm gonna put the link back up right down here. This is kind of in the way here. Let's see if that'll go away. Oh, yeah. So right down at the bottom of this slide is a shortened version of the link. So if you type in that link, it will go directly to the presentation.
And, you know, Mr. Dean, if you could copy that link and send it through email to me in 5 minutes, families, I'll have it posted on our webpage as the very top bullet under update, right on it.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this concludes our presentation. I want to thank everyone for coming. Ms. Yarlett, Ms. Roberts, do you want the floor for a few?
Well, I just want to say thank you, everyone. This is such a great turnout, and it's always one of our favorite events, and we're sad we can't do it in person and be a family together as in previous years, but this is as close to the next best thing as we can get. And thank you to all the staff who put this together and all the students hard on their projects. It's going to be so exciting to see them all. And thank you, everyone, hard work, and families for supporting your children and working with them on their projects. So thank you.
And that concludes our evening.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for
So
joining.
welcome feedback. You can send me an email giving me feedback on what you thought tonight was like.
Thank you.
And I truly enjoyed seeing you guys' faces. So happy now.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Asha.
Bye.
Oh, say bye to me, children. Oh, I hear your voices. Oh. I hear it's like over it.
Bye.
Bye.